Try going forward one more time first and just see what happens. Wind it up a bit too, you'll need some muscle behind it. Interrupt it, just bang the interrupt. Well, let's play a little game called Let's Fix a Broken Concrete Pump. She conked out. We think maybe just toss the main belt here, but we'll see. Yo! What did it do? Did it just die?
No, look, the fucking belt is split in two.
Oh, the belt's split.
Yeah, but one half, yeah, so fucking, the belt cut right in two.
We got it off.
Oh.
Got it off?
Yeah. Okay, so we can do the tensioner.
Okay, is it all, it's all the way off that one?
Yeah.
So the new belt, you can actually finagle it over the fan blades and the clutch.
Oh,
but the AC belt,
okay, so you can come over
you have
these.
to cut the AC belt off. But
Yeah,
that's
you
what.
come over these and then slide it into that.
Yeah, that's why most of these pumps, these engine series in the fleet, don't have working AC because the AC belt gets cut off, and then to reinstall it, you've got to dicker around and take the fan off of the clutch, off the fan clutch.
Right now, all we need to do is just fucking move this belt over.
Yeah, but you're still gonna have like.
It's still going to be a belt in two pieces.
Yeah, a two-piece belt. There's no point. It's only CDF fill. It's not going to set up in the pump. I think we just wait until Tony gets here with the proper belt. But that's crappy because we have that kit, and you're sure it's not like under the seat in the cab or something? It was a yellow Tupperware kit. It had a belt and the tensioner in it.
No yellow Tupperware kit underneath the cab.
Yeah, I know it used to be in the side toolbox, but we're talking years ago, right?
It's not there now.
David probably used it up. So.
You guys need help? Trying to bring another belt down right now. It's just
It's easy fix. We just need the belt.
Okay.
Yeah, it's easy. It happens on these all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
all that struggling it does with this fucking shit mud.
It's just every couple of years they just shred, and it's like the Achilles heel of these engines. So no big deal. Okay, so that's what we need. There's this belt, which is in two pieces now. It goes from the main pulley to this hub, which in turn drives this belt, which runs the water pump, alternator, everything else. So when you lose this belt, you'll overheat real quick because your water pump's not being driven. So, and now there's your fan. This one is two belts. There's a belt that goes from the main crank pulley to the fan clutch hub, and then there's a secondary belt that goes from the clutch hub, which drives all your accessories. So it's the belt that goes from the main pulley on the crank dampener to the fan hub. It basically split down the middle. So he's got half of it back on. You could probably restart the pump. I just don't think there's much point because it's just going to get hot, and then when you get here with the proper belt to put on, it's going to be that much more uncomfortable to change it out. Well, half the belt is still on. I think you could fire it up to get the boom clear, but I think with a CDF fill, I mean, this stuff, it's all just sand. It's not going to set anyways. So I'm not really too worried. I mean, we can try and fire it up while we're sitting here with like half this belt on. I don't know how long it's going to last. But I think it would be counterproductive to run it now, and then it's going to be like smoking hot by the time you get here. Okay. Well, there used to be a kit on this pump that had the belt and everything in it. Yes. Yeah, it had a Tupperware kit, yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, so. Yeah, okay, so we just need the belt. Once we get the belt, this is easy, so. Okay. My phone's playing music.
I want this shit out of the pump.
Well, it's CDF fill. I mean, you bang it out tomorrow, it'll be fine. It never sets up.
Yeah, fuck.
It'll segregate, but it won't set up. So we need to cut off the AC belt when Mike gets here with the new belt.
Mike's
it goes
coming
from
right out with the new one?
Yeah, Mike's coming right now. that goes from the crank to the fan clutch hub, then we're fine. We just need a means of retracting that tensioner.
Yeah, I got that.
You have that? Okay, so all we need is a belt. So let's, if you have something to cut this, let's cut this AC belt off. Like I said, if we fire it up now, it's just gonna get really hot and make it super uncomfortable, and we have to change the belt later. If we fire it up now, all that's gonna happen is the engine's gonna get really, really hot, and then when Mike gets here with the belt that we need, it's gonna be really uncomfortable to change
Oh,
it.
to do it, yeah.
So, yeah, it's only CDF fill mix. It's not gonna set up. It's like 5 MPa. So, yeah, in this situation, not too concerned about the mud sitting in the pump. So, but yeah, that's why we usually keep an extra belt, actually both belts and a tensioner. We usually have a kit on the pump, and then when this happens, we got all the parts right here. But of course, when we need it today, we don't have it all on the pump. So, yeah. But yeah, these pre-emissions max, it's a good thing to have, because belts and tensioners, usually it's the tensioner that fails and it takes the belt with it, but today it was just the belt. All right, goodbye AC belt. And let's just confirm, I'll take this half a belt, confirm that I can get it off with the fan in place, as I recall that I should be able to. Oh yeah. Tight. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. There's a lot more gap between the fan blades and the shroud down at the bottom here than there is at the top, that's for sure. Hello? Yeah. No, I think that'll get us where we need to be. Yeah. It might be worth, just worst case scenario, send the battery, even the charger, or little plug-in charger from the shop, send that down here too, just in case. So what I'm going to do before I go cutting off this half of the belt that remains on here, I'll wait till a replacement belt gets here and make sure it's actually the same proper length, just in case we have to, if we have to fire this thing up and run it with half a belt just to get it folded up and whatnot, we can do so. But once I cut that off, I'm kind of beyond the point of no return. Without that belt on there, this thing will overheat very quickly because it's not turning the water pump. So you can see better from this side though. This belt goes from the main pulley to the fan assembly, fan clutch, fan hub, and then in turn drives this pulley, which runs your water pump and your alternator. So, and the air conditioning belt is totally separate. That's the one that we cut off of there. But yeah, I should always keep both of these belts, as well as, I believe it's that tensioner down below is the one that fails. Right there. That's the one that commonly fails, but I believe we keep both in the, usually keep both in the pump. Of course, today we don't have them. Good times. So here's where we're at. We tried to fire it up just to see if the batteries are in fact dead. So at least while we're waiting for the belt to get here, we can be proactive if they're not, and it wouldn't fire up. So we tried jumping it off the air compressor, not enough juice to fire it up. I'm not surprised, it just kind of smokes the cables. So we have the compressor running, hooked up to this thing, charging the batteries right now while we're waiting around, and we've got a battery charger coming, a real skookum charger, and the belt. I would have blown the boom out, but we've got a 4-inch whip hose on the end, and if I had a 5-inch soft round ball, I would have no problem blowing it through the boom pipe right out the hose, but we've only got the hard sponges, and it'd just be way too violent. So that's kind of the position we're stuck in here. You'll see this stuff is just sand and water with a smattering of cement. It's not setting at all, so there's zero concern about this setting up in the pump. While we're waiting around, I'll pull this other half of the belt off because it's not going to restart anyhow anytime soon, so get rid of this. What's that?
You have a bar?
A bar for the tensioner?
Yeah.
No, this 3/8 ratchet will do it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll pull the tensioner if you want to fish the belt off. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go on.
That's as far back as it goes.
What?
Yep.
No, it isn't.
Oh, it is. I promise you it is.
How the fuck did I get it all the way down before?
This is as far back as it goes. 100%. You should be able to walk the belt off. Right? Yeah.
See that tensioner? Now let me see the screw.
Yeah.
See that stuck out?
Yeah. Promise you won't get it any further. Told you.
What the fuck? I swear to God I had this thing completely loose before. Okay, take that, I'll walk it off.
Okay. There you go. It's not very confidence inspiring that we have to get a new full belt on there. And I'll just... The last belt I dropped it down to the bottom of the fan shroud. So we'll try not to drop this one to the bottom of the fan shroud. It's way down there, it ain't coming out, but...
Hold on. Put my stuff up.
Now you got one more fan blade you gotta get over.
Fucking dirty cunt, putting this stuff on
There we go. Oh, let me get my arm out. Okay. Ta-da! Okay. Easy.
Mike, here yet?
No, he's like 10 minutes away. So yeah, the symptoms of this, usually when the belt breaks, you'll overheat within a couple minutes because you're not spinning the water pump. He had a half a belt on there and apparently it was squealing away and they still pumped off about 4 loads. But the pump was pressuring out. He thought it was because of the mix. Well, when the batteries run down, the voltage is low, the proximity switches won't trigger properly, and that's one of the first signs. So if you start getting that high pressuring, first thing, check the voltage on your check your voltage gauge in the cab and make sure you're at least in the mid-13s, because if you're running down around 12 and a half or lower, your alternator is probably not working, either because it's toast or the belt that's driving it is toast. But like I said, usually when the belt that drives it is toast, it completely breaks and the pump will overheat way before the batteries will ever run down. This is a rare instance where we had a half a belt on there, and I'm assuming it was spinning that water pump just enough that the pump wouldn't overheat, because we're a nice cool winter day here, which probably plays into it as well, but not spinning the alternator fast enough to charge the batteries or keep a charge in the batteries. So anyhow, it'll be easy to get the new belt on. It's just going to be a matter of getting the pump restarted. I wish we'd brought a couple batteries from our shop, fully charged batteries, and I'd throw fresh batteries in there and be fired up right away. Because as it stands now, we're waiting for this thing to charge up. And when we get our charger, a plug-in charger here, even that, it's gonna have to sit for 40-45 minutes before we can flash this thing back up. But hopefully we get enough of a charge in these batteries while we're waiting for the belt and putting the belt on, that by the time it's all back together, we fire it up, pump the boom out, pull the sponge back, wash out, done. I would be way more stressed if this were regular concrete. But like I said, it's CDF mix. This stuff hardens kind of never, so no big deal. Anyhow, keep a couple extra belts on your pump. Don't be afraid to cut the AC belt off. Otherwise, you got to pull that fan off of the fan clutch to get the belts off, or to get the AC belt off, and the new one back on. You don't want to have to mess around with that. Not on the job site anyhow. It's easy enough to replace that AC belt in the shop in the future. Do you have the half a belt that came off so we know which length we're putting back on?
Huh?
Do you have the half of the belt that you took off that was intact? Just so we can compare to that, we know that's the right one.
Fuck, I threw it away.
We should, what's the other belt look like? Oh, you know what? No, it's gotta be that one because that's the thicker one. The other one's thinner. Yeah, okay. Fish that belt. Like one of them Chinese mind puzzle games. Okay, now let's hope the tensioner comes back far enough.
Hold on. It's all fucking flip.
Yeah, I gotta flip her. Grab my side and give her a little flip ski. Nope. Are we flipping opposite ways? There we go. Get on the same page here. Okay. I will pull the tensioner back all the way. Put it on the bottom and wrestle it on the top, might be easier. Right, get it on the bottom pulley completely, and then we'll do our wrestling at the top. You're almost there. If Mike comes around to this side, oh no, there you go, okay. Yeah, and pull it under. You almost got it under that tensioner wheel. There you go, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. So that's kind of funny. The new one went on way looser than the old one. Like the old one was the wrong belt. Right?
That's fucking tight.
No, I know, but the one that with the tensioner backed all the way off, the old one barely came off of there. So I feel like we maybe had the wrong belt on this thing, and that's why it chewed out, right? Like I've still got.
Hey, you want to throw the other one on?
No.
You can throw one off?
Oh, I cut it off. To get it back on.
Yeah, you gotta pull that off.
Yeah, so no, we ain't doing that.
Hey, jump down.
Okay. Now we just gotta hope it starts. But yeah, as long as you got the right belt, it's easy. But yeah, I'm suspicious the one that came off of there was the incorrect belt because it shouldn't have been so tight. Even with the tensioner loosened off as far as we could, we still had to wrestle it off. And that's an old belt that theoretically should have stretched a little bit. Hey Mike, did you bring the charger? Oh, Tony's got the charger. My suspicion is the batteries are so dead it's still not going to restart. So we'll need to put the charger on, and we should have brought a couple batteries from the shop that were charged up, but it was running with half a belt on there, so it was slipping, so it wasn't spinning it enough to charge the battery, but it was spinning enough to move the water pump a little bit that it wouldn't overheat. Because usually when the belt completely breaks, it'll overheat right away, well before the batteries would ever run down. Fingers crossed that it restarts. If it restarts, we're golden. I don't think it's going to. I think we're gonna need to put our big battery charger on this thing for a bit. So let's see. Fingers crossed. Oh, she's alive. Oh, lovely. Oh, amazing. I did not think that would restart. We only had the compressor charging it there for 20 minutes, but now we just got to hope the concrete comes out the end of the hose. Oh, a few strokes back. I bet your S-tube's probably seized up.
I already took a couple back.
Did you? It'll go forward. We should probably pull it forward and go right over the elbow though. What I would recommend. It won't be hard, it'll just be segregated, right? So. Try going forward one more time first and just see what happens. Wind it up a bit too, you'll need some muscle behind it. Interrupt it, just bang the interrupt. There you go. We're completing strokes now. Let's crank it up and let her rip, man. It's a wonderful thing. You show up and get all the glory.
Pretty much.
Shows up impeccably clean. You're like the boss.
I fought through traffic.
Did you? It sounds It sounds stressful. Oh, it must have been terrible. You gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Thank God you came to see the day, Mike.
Yeah. Well, he brought us the belt. He did save the day. Nothing a UAP Napa parts kid couldn't have done, but you know. The fat kid would stand by me. I broke the comb. Burn! Anyhow, good. It'll make a great video because we got the pump clean. Yes, I can use this. Thanks again for watching. Stay safe out there. Or keep safe out there. We'll see you on the next one. Carry extra belts on your pump. Extra belts and extra tensioner. Don't do what we didn't do today. Goodbye. We're safe. There will be no boom party today. Not today, concrete gods. Try again. Actually, please don't, but you probably will.
Who had the baby?
What happened?
Who had the baby?
Wow. I think Mike ate a baby. Ridgeline emergency toolkit. Jumper cables, tire inflator, Sawzall. This is just in case I need an extra catalytic converter. battery-powered grinder, battery-powered heat gun for those cool winter months when you gotta thaw stuff out. Bunch of miscellaneous, some electrical supplies, multi-piece toolkit, and an array of sponges, and primers.